Welcome to the final day of this great conference. I've only been able to dip in and out of sessions this week, but I've been impressed with the quality of the work and how we can use these ideas to support delivery of our programs. Now, I'm not a chemist or a physicist, but a neurobiologist by trade. My own work took a bit of a turn when we found that immune activity and neurogenesis was significantly better when our mouse colony was housed in groups rather than individually. This was my own first understanding of the impact of community. This is carried through my basic animal pharmacology work to my investigations with human subjects, and more recently, in my role as Dean for Learning and Teaching in the College of Science and Engineering here at the University of Glasgow. I've seen evidence this week of the strong opportunity for community here. The opportunity to share creative ideas, share practice, and support one another. I have learned things, as I'm sure you also have. The week is not done yet, and there are more presentations to come this morning. We have recognized here at Glasgow, more than ever over the past 18 months, that togetherness and building community are not only key to the success of our students, but to our staff as well. I've been privileged to work with the excellent staff within my college, and I believe we have formed quite a community. We've also received considerable insight from staff in the other colleges, as well as central staff, who are committed to supporting students to an exemplary and inclusive learning experience. I imagine you have done much the same in your own institution. Just by being here, you are able to learn and act as leaders in learning and teaching of your discipline when you return with new ideas. Early in the pandemic, we understood to respond to the crisis, no one individual was going to be able to solve all the challenges we were encountering. It would take a hive mind to move us forward at the speed we needed. We encouraged a crisis model of leadership. We formed groups within our college, the learning and teaching conveners for each of our schools, as well as what we called the flexible learning leads, whose remit was to think outside the box. Both these groups work to support the delivery of the teaching and facilitate flexibility and innovation in our practice. This model promotes resilience and diversity characterized by empathy and benefit of the doubt to preserve institutional morale and ensure staff are supported. These past 18 months have been all about empowering distributed leadership and sharing practice. There have been several important factors that have emerged as crucial to our success, and we'll take these forward as principles into the future. These included developing and sharing exemplar specifications for model courses, like a strategy for online delivery of large group teaching, known affectionately here as the Lecture Watch Party. We trialed early adoption of new technology platforms and shared this knowledge widely. For example, our existing virtual learning environment became more ambitious as we employed a wider range of features, and we often use Teams as an alternative VLE due to its more informal user interface. The central team supported us by developing a wide range of resources. At times they could be bewildering to staff, as these were designed to meet the needs of a variety of different types of teaching across the whole university. Therefore, we mediated central messaging to personalize to our own particular circumstances within our disciplines. We aggregated and then curated the information and resources generated by the center, distilling the stream of all you can do into a more targeted advice. This is what you can do that we know will work in our discipline, and here's how to do it. We disseminated recipes for specific tasks via Q&A forums, weekly emails, informal online drop-in sessions, or presentations at staff meetings. In this way, school leads were able to give the institutional messages a friendly, more compelling, local voice. We needed to ensure there were dynamic feedback loops in place, incorporating student and staff experience to improvement, and we needed to support staff with the development of new skills. This message of being in this together led to an increased mutual respect between staff and between staff and students. Widespread use of online communication technologies facilitated and strengthened collaboration and allowed for prompt, informal exchanges. It also allowed staff to flag issues in real time and crowdsource solutions from specialist groups of staff across the college. In all of this, we were developing the skills and agility of our staff. As scientists, we understand how key it is to evaluate our practice and share. We created opportunities to do this in-house, and presenting practice here is an excellent example of broadening that network out with Glasgow. I often use the "if you remember one thing" strategy with my students, and I'll use it here with you. So to be clear, if you remember one thing from my short welcome this morning, remember this: you are the most valuable resource we have, and you are infinitely more effective and resilient when you work as an effective team. So I thank you for asking me to speak briefly to you this morning, and encourage you to not only take on the practical ideas you have no doubt received from individual presentations this past week, but to nurture and develop the links you have made here. When you are trying out ideas you found out about this week, contact the individual who did the presentation the idea came from. Discuss how things worked, what snags you ran into, how it might be improved, and how to take forward and develop these ideas further. We are like-minded people here who care passionately about the student learning journey and our own subjects. There are many commonalities, and I would argue the most central, salient resource is our staff. It's a real privilege to work here at the University in Glasgow, and we have the most amazing group of staff. I am constantly in awe of them, both within the college and our central support services. I'd encourage you to nurture the networks within your own universities, and also those within this grouping. Supporting each other, developing your careers, and moving forward, the next generation of scientists, is all our responsibilities. Thank you again for asking me to introduce this day, and I look forward to the developments we will have in our teaching and learning as a result. Thank you.